Hello everyone, and welcome to our CIE Tours presentation for the virtual travel show with Murdock. I want to thank you all for joining me, and I think we're going to like some of the things you're going to see. I'm going to take you on a whirlwind tour of our destinations of Ireland, Scotland, England, Wales, Iceland, and Italy, and hopefully get you really excited about coming to visit us. CIE Tours has been around since 1932, providing amazing experiences for our travelers going to Ireland and Britain. We're the #1 destination specialist to this area of the world, and our claim to fame is the fact that when you travel with us, there are no optional extras that you're going to have to pay for on our guided vacations. So everything is pretty much included for you. And on top of that, all of our guides are local to the destination that they're guiding in, which is a big plus because they know this area of the world really well. They've been raised there, they live there, they have a real passion for it, and you're going to meet some of the most amazing men and women that are guides in this area of the world. We've had over 3 million happy people come and visit with us to our destinations, and our guest satisfaction rate, as you can see, is 95% and higher. That comes in from post-trip surveys. We have an all-in advantage that you can see on the left-hand side. This means that there's no extras for you to have to pay for. Everything's already been paid before you leave, and all you have to do is sit back and enjoy your trip. Some of the places that you'll get to visit with us in Ireland, you'll see here the Cliffs of Moher. This is on the west coast of Ireland. There's a map up in the top right corner where you can see the big red dot up there. That is where the cliffs are located. This actually is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and that drop from the top to the bottom is over 700 feet. There's acres and acres of hiking and walking and biking that you can do in this area. It is just really quite breathtaking scenery. We make a stop here on almost all of our CIE tours in Ireland, so you can experience this. They've got a great visitor center, they've got a museum there, and of course your guide will give you the background and the history of the Cliffs of Moher, so that when you do take your walk, you will be very well informed about what you are actually seeing and doing here, and how the cliffs play into the history of Ireland. Blarney Castle. Gosh, who doesn't want to go to Blarney Castle and kiss the stone and get the gift of gab that the Irish have? Blarney Castle is a must-see, and again, on most of our CIE tours to Ireland, we're going to be taking you to Blarney Castle. You're going to have time to go up the steps and kiss the stone. You're going to have time to walk around the grounds because there's acres and acres of beautiful, beautiful park-like setting here. So Blarney Castle is definitely a must-see on an Ireland vacation. If you travel with us to the northern part of Ireland, we will take you to Giant's Causeway. This is an area that is quite unique. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it was formed from hundreds and hundreds of years of erosion on the stones to make these little steps that you see that you will actually be able to walk on. It's a fascinating part of the Irish history. There's a great museum that's there so you can learn more about it. But look at this. It's just a natural man-made wonder that we will visit when we go to Northern Ireland. Urquhart Castle is in Scotland. This is a really great stop that we have so that you can do your own self-guided tour of the castle grounds and enjoy what once was probably one of the biggest castles and biggest fortified castle in Scotland, and it's right on Loch Ness. So Loch in Scottish Gaelic means lake, so this was right on the loch to be able to protect them from invaders that might try to come and storm the castle. Today, though, you'll be able to walk around and see what life used to be like hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And then we take you on a little boat ride up the loch, and that is your opportunity to hunt for the famous monster, the Loch Ness Monster, that's Nessie, and enjoy a beautiful and relaxing ride on the lake. No trip to Scotland would be complete without the military tattoo. The interesting thing about the tattoo is this has been going on for a very, very long time, and it's only in Scotland, in Edinburgh, in the month of August. So it is a limited time that you'll be able to experience this. Our CIE tours that go to Scotland in August do include the military tattoo, and if you can work this into your schedule, I think you would just love it. It's a lot of pageantry. There is just a lot of work and effort that goes into making this just a magical experience. It's obviously, as you can see, performed during the evening when it is dark outside, right in front of Edinburgh Castle in Edinburgh. And afterwards, they shoot off fireworks. It's just a once-in-a-lifetime experience that all of our guests just love.
I've been fortunate enough to have been the lone piper at Edinburgh Tattoo. It's a great feeling knowing that you're carrying on traditions and culture. I've been on both sides. I've been a performer, and I remember going to as a young boy. It makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Anybody that has ever came to watch the tattoo, it's something they'll never forget.
Besides Ireland and Scotland, we have tours to England and Wales. And when you're on a CIE tour with us in England, one of the places that we'll visit is Bath. And Bath has its own unique history that really is quite fascinating. We're going to take you to the Roman baths. You can see them here. Your guide will explain to you in detail all about the history of this area. It's a beautiful city, absolutely exquisite and very walkable. So when you're on a CIE tour in England and Wales, Bath is one of the destinations that we will be going to. Stonehenge, you can't go to England and not visit Stonehenge, and we do spend a lot of time in Stonehenge. These stones are truly amazing, and they are, I would probably say, just magical. So please take the time to look at the tours that we offer going to England and make sure that you select one that includes Stonehenge. This, I think, is going to be probably a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you to see something that has been around for many, many, many years, and you will learn all about the history of this area and enjoy it thoroughly, I am sure. London, of course, is a destination where most of our guests fly into and maybe even out of on one of our England and Wales tours. We will do lots of sightseeing in London. You're going to get to see all of the major sites and still have some free time to be able to explore on your own. If you come with us to England, one of the areas that we will go into is Wales, and you will see it there on the map up in the little top area. It's on the west side of England. It's a very small area, very, very small, but interestingly enough, Wales has more castles than any other country in Europe. They have over 400 castles, some of which are abandoned, some of which have been turned into museums, and some of which you can see as their public areas that you can go to, like the one that you're looking at right now. All kinds of great scenery, It's a beautiful area to drive through. So one of the things that you will hopefully get to see is the Welsh Tea House. You're looking at it right now as fall is approaching and you've got the gorgeous leaves that are turning. It's just a beautiful country. And of course, you'll get to visit Wales with us if you select one of our CIE tours that goes to England and Wales. As I mentioned earlier, CIE Tours now goes to Iceland. I think that Iceland is probably one of the most ruggedly beautiful countries in the world. It is pristine, it's untouched, it is just gorgeous, gorgeous scenery at every single turn. And this is a way to go with us because we include everything. All you have to do is sit back and relax. Your driver guide will be from Iceland. They are so knowledgeable in the history of Iceland. They're going to take such good care of you. Every day you're going to see a new and beautiful sight. This happens to be one of the famous waterfalls. This is the Slagenfoss waterfall, and we will go to that on our tours in Iceland. There's many, many sites that we're going to see in Iceland. Each day is going to be a new experience, but we wrap it up at the Blue Lagoon. That's our last day. We will be taking you to the Blue Lagoon so that you can have your farewell dinner in their 5-star restaurant and then change into your bathing attire and enjoy the lagoon at night when it's dark and misty out. It's just a really, really memorable experience. But also, I wanted to let you know that we do have our own private lagoon that we go to during our touring week in Iceland. This is just one for CIE guests. It's very small and it's quite different than the Blue Lagoon. And again, just as interesting, just as much fun, but now it's much more secluded because it's just for our CIE guests. So we've got a lot of really interesting sites that we do and a lot of interesting experiences that we have on our tours. We try to do as much as we can where it's just a CIE experience that's unique just to us. And this happens to be one of them. This is the private lagoon that we go to in Iceland on top of the Blue Lagoon that you see here for a farewell evening. We've done Italy now for several years, and we incorporated the Italy program and the Iceland program just like we do with our other destinations, which means that everything's included for you. There's no optional sightseeing that you have to pay for. The Italy program starts in the beautiful and romantic city of Venice and then continues on to Florence, on to Rome, and then on to Sorrento if you'd like to extend to Sorrento. And you're going to get to see a lot of great sights when you're with us in Italy. A lot of great food, a lot of great experiences. We'll be going to the Roman Colosseum when we are in Rome. Another thing to check off on your list of things to experience in Italy. So do keep us in mind for our Italy program.
My name's John Cunningham and I've been a tour director for about 8 years now.
My name is Dermot Honan. Born, bred and buttered in Ireland.
My name is Jerry Glavin.
My name is Eamon and I'm from Kilkenny.
What is the best part about being a tour director? Meeting the people.
I've been doing this for 24 years. I love the job. It's exciting and I really like to meet the different people. That's my favourite thing, is meeting the people at the airport.
I'm very passionate about my country and I can show them around and perhaps take them to see things that they wouldn't otherwise see.
A lot of them we become very good friends with and remain friends with them afterwards.
What sets CIE Tours apart? The people, the tour directors, the fact that we've grown up here. This is our country. This is what we are showing you, a lived experience.
Anybody can read a guidebook and take you on a tour somewhere, but having grown up as I did in this area, I do know it inside out.
I know every sheep farm and cow farm and horse farm and the whole of County Kerry.
We try to tailor our tours and we really want to make them unique for each group of guests that come through.
Well, what I do that's unique or different on my tours is I sing a lot of songs for the people. That's how you learn the history of Ireland, through songs, actually. So if you want to learn the quick history of Ireland, get a songbook and learn the songs.
Some Guinness was spilt on the barroom floor and the puppet was shut for the night. Out of his hole crept a wee brown mouse and he sat in the pale moonlight.
I like reciting some limericks as well, but some are not for the TV, you know.
I'm an expert at getting people involved in the tour, making it their experience, making it what they want their tour to be.
The best part is seeing the smiles on the people's faces at the end of a tour, knowing that I made their dream come true.
No matter what type of travel you're interested in, CIE probably has it available for you. We have our beautifully designed guided vacations, which I've been talking about. Of course, they are available for solo travelers up to groups, and they range from 5 to 16 days. And honestly, they are a hassle-free vacation experience. We've got group travel for those of you who have family and friends that might want to travel together. We can do that for you. 10 or more starts a group with CIE. And if you'd like something very special, or if there's something quite unique that you want to experience, we have our custom private driver program where we will hand design an itinerary for you exactly the way that you'd like it, so that you can max out your time in the areas that are most important for you in our destinations. And we offer our custom private driver program in England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, and of course now in Iceland. For those of you who'd like to do free and easy type of travel, we have our self-drive programs in Ireland. These are wonderful ways to just get up in the morning and create your own day the exact way you want it to be. The classic itineraries, these are all of our Ireland itineraries with all the planning complete, including preset accommodations. Again, you'll be driving your own vehicle that we have arranged for you, but now you're going to be mirroring one of our guided vacations. Or if you prefer the traveler's choice, you can just do the rent-a-car. We'll add in B&Bs, hotels, guest houses, whatever you would like. And then you are on your own each day to create the itinerary that you want to do that day. So again, self-drive is another way for you to visit us in Ireland. And we've got our classic itineraries or the traveler's choice. By the way, the photo that you see on the left side, this is actually one of the local farmers. We take you to his sheepdog farm, and you can see a picture of the sheepdog there. Those are border collies that they use to be able to work with them on the farms to get the sheep to go in the directions that they need them to go to. So those dogs actually do herding, and they are very, very hardworking dogs. I can tell you this, having seen this so many times. So if you have never experienced a sheepdog farm before, when you come with us to Ireland and Scotland, most likely you will have a tour that takes you to a local farm. You'll get to meet the farmer, and you'll get to see how the dogs support the farmer each day in the work that he has to do. The safety precautions, I think, are so important this year because, you know, we're just starting back in travel again, and we want to make sure that all of our guests are taken care of, and they are actually going to be safe when they're on a tour with us. So some of the protocols that we now have with the coaches will be sanitized a lot more often, including the high touch areas. The guides and the drivers will have masks. They'll have wipes that in case you have forgotten yours, they will have them handy for you. We've added in more stops so that you can do frequent hand washing. And there, of course, there's sanitizers all the time. The hotel rooms have their protocol set up so that when you are staying in them, they have been disinfected and cleaned continuously throughout the day. So all of our hoteliers that we work with have their programs in place to make sure that our guests are taken care of and are very, very safe. So this is a priority for us now at CIE Tours, and I wanted to let you know that we have a plan in place to welcome you to a CIE tour, and you will know that you are going to be well taken care of.
I will return into her arms, gently into the fold, to see her waters and her hills and all the beauty she beholds, to feel the earth beneath my feet, the warmth against my face, and be welcomed in at every turn into her kind embrace. But alas, for now I'll have to wait to see my true love's form, but we all know that these green lands have weathered tougher storms. The wandering lanes and rugged cliffs, her fields laced with streams, will still be there after I awake, but for now they're in my dreams.
Finally, I wanted to offer you a special just for Morris Murdock people that are interested in doing a CIE tour in 2021. This is our buy one, get one airfare offer. It's valid February 1st to the 12th on new bookings only. And your Morris Murdock travel agent will have all the details on this, and you can add this onto one of our fabulous CIE tours and not only have a great trip, but save yourself a lot of money at the same time. So thank you so much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure. I wish I could have seen you in person, but unfortunately this year that's not happening. So this is the best that we can do. I want you all to stay safe this year. And please, if you are going to be traveling to Europe, consider a CIE tour. We would love to have you come and experience one of our destinations. Thank you again.